Wow, so still breaking down Game 5. LeBron plays the 5 in Game 5, and we have 6 minutes to go in the first period. And listen to the soundbite right when I start this video.
They have home court and they have LeBron James. If there is a time where all of that becomes an advantage.
It bothers me to no end how easily influenced human beings are simply by being told something. We've been watching LeBron James cause the Lakers to lose in the playoffs year after year after year. And these people just come on TV and say, oh, well, they still have the advantage because they have LeBron James. And after LeBron James stinks it up in the playoffs again, he escapes the criticism. Oh, Luka's out of shape. Oh, the team sucks. Oh, they're too small. Nothing about J.J. Redick won't put their tall players in.
5 of 20 from 3. LeBron the court.
What an inspiration. What a leader. What a pathological liar. I'm a natural football player. I like contact. Without a wide open lane or a bailout from the refs, he's got nothing. And now that I take another look, LeBron Draymond Naz Reid.
Naz Reid is down.
Naz Reid is down, which means LeBron James probably committed an offensive foul, got away with it, and has everyone so distracted with his complaining that you don't even realize he's the one who should be getting whistled. Anyway, neither of them are back. Naz Reid is the one who got hurt. LeBron's just complaining.
4 on 5 the other way.
We can just stop again. 4 on 5 the other way. How many times does that happen in Laker games? And how many of those times is it LeBron James who isn't getting back? Whoa, I'm sorry, but is that fat, out-of-shape Luka who just stole the ball? And I point things like this out a lot in this series. I want to make it very clear. I'm not here to defend Luka, but if Luka sucks, why is LeBron James even worse? My God, I have to still frame it again. Just look what's happening here. No wonder I've had to break the first period alone into 3 parts. That's how bad LeBron James is. Why is LeBron James right here in no man's land, guarding no one? Because he was fulfilling a defensive role? No, it's because, once again, he was the last one back. Every Laker on the screen is matched up with a Timberwolf, except for LeBron James. And magically, it's going to be another Lakers' fault that the other Timberwolf was left open, and the other Lakers always have to rotate over to guard the open person who is open because of who? I know you fanboys are figuring out how to blame this on someone else right now. You got to look at the sheer numbers. The number of times when LeBron James is on the floor that the Lakers suddenly and miraculously have defensive breakdowns. And then those defensive breakdowns stop when he's not on the floor. You know what? Let's go ahead and beat this to death. I mean, I've already broken the first period into 3 parts. Let's play the LeBron fan game. Let's blame Luka. Hey, Luka, why don't you get down to the corner? That way LeBron has less distance to run. And in fact, why don't you, Finney-Smith, rotate over to here so LeBron has even less distance to run? You know, when Luka goes down there so LeBron doesn't have to run far, but, you know, don't make LeBron run to Randall either. LeBron could get right out there on the perimeter on DiVincenzo if everyone else just runs a little bit further. And all LeBron has to do is look disgusted at the end of the play, and you puppets obediently say, man, the rest of his teammates suck. Now watch everything I just said come true.
Randall, good start for him. In the corner, left 3. The 3 is...
Heart of a champion right here. Never give up. Right? No retreat. No surrender.
Have a field goal yet in this.
Why's he always got to act like his passes are special? It's the open guy standing to your left. Let's get rid of the drama, please. And it does not put Reeves in an immediate scoring position. He doesn't shoot a 3. Nevertheless, they would have given LeBron an assist here, except miracle of miracles, they actually called an offensive foul on Reeves, despite him screaming the way LeBron taught him and falling down the way LeBron taught him. But this one was just a little bit too much for the refs to ignore. Damn, dude. Only LeBron can get away with that. Reffing is so inconsistent that I don't blame people for being confused. I'm confused. I'm surprised that they called this, but if we think about it, Dante is going straight up. His arm is up. The other one's out to the left. It is Reeves who, makes a swiping motion at the defender. But LeBron does that all the time. LeBron puts fucking stitches in people's heads doing it, and he gets to go to the free throw line.
Look how small the Lakers are.
LeBron finally sits, and the announcer doesn't miss a chance to glaze for the Lakers and draw pity for the Lakers. Look how small they are. Well, let me take a moment to point out that Naz Reid is the biggest guy on the floor for the Timberwolves, and he's listed at 6'9", which makes him the same height as LeBron James. The glazing has got to stop, but it's not going to, so it's up to you, the viewer, to see through it. All right, let's see what the Lakers can do with LeBron on the bench.
Reed, 3. It's two of the biggest names in this series.
Edwards see 2 players, and that is an advantage for 3-on-2 on the backside.
Inside alley-oop, Finney Smith. He tries to gash. That defense and does with a nice on the other end. Galloping inside. Rebound. Alexander Walker, 3. Rebound.
Dude, the Timberwolves are straight ass.
Convert. Lakers going to the bench here in the first half. Here's Reeves, 3.
As unlikable as Reeves is, I really think he's a better basketball player than LeBron James. So the Lakers have not been perfect, but look what has happened with LeBron on the bench. And this isn't nearly as dramatic of examples as I have, and will show you. Hopefully you'll watch the rest of the series. The third period in particular has a crazy comeback by the Lakers while LeBron is on the bench. What I'm showing you here isn't miracle level, but they are fighting back. They're changing the momentum. Things are improving. And you would think that with the way that the media glazes LeBron James, that the Lakers would absolutely fall apart with him on the bench rather than improve every time he goes to the bench.
And this Lakers bench, only the Knicks bench scores less points than this Lakers bench.
Jesus, Reggie, spit it out. You're going to get me copyrighted waiting for you to finish your sentence. So the reason I included that is I just showed you how well the Lakers did without LeBron and that things are turning around. And the only thing the announcers will tell you is how terrible the Lakers bench is. I'm compelled to show you the box score from the first half since the announcers want to talk about the lack of production from the bench. What bench? JJ won't play anybody. You want the guys who aren't allowed to shoot to contribute more, perhaps? Only one person had a worse shooting percentage than LeBron James in the first half, and that was Luka. But Luka did add another 8 points in free throws, got the other team in foul trouble, and was taking more difficult shots than LeBron James. Let's look at the shots, the 4 buckets that the amazing LeBron James made in the first half. Oh, they're all layups or dunks. Wow, well done, well done. Good thing this presence is back on the floor. I don't know what they were doing without this, but I do want to draw attention to what's happening away from LeBron James. Look what Jared Vanderbilt does here. That's a sensational defensive play. Luka makes sure that Gobert doesn't get hold of it, and LeBron, who has been doing nothing the whole time, is available to scoop it up after the rest of his team was actually playing defense. And what's he do? He rewards them with turning it over immediately. Vanderbilt, after all that work, is forced to commit a foul to make up for LeBron James. My God, there's 3:02 to go. Is this period ever going to end? Let's understand something. This isn't a field goal, but these are 2 points that are because of LeBron James. And all Reggie Miller can say is that the 50-50 balls aren't going the Lakers' way. That was LeBron James turning the ball over. It doesn't even seem possible, but he turns it over again before this period is over.
Reeves again cutting LeBron through traffic.
My God, am I sick of hearing that. This overly dramatic, whiny bitch.
And here is the oldest player in the NBA at 40 years of age.
Who in the fuck is this news to at this point? It can't be news to anyone because they won't shut up about it ever. And I've got news for everyone. The league isn't going to pull a 41-year-old off the street next year or draft a 41-year-old, so they're going to say the same thing all season next season about LeBron James, as if it's still a new accomplishment. The oldest guy this year is going to be the oldest guy next year. Let me guess, they'll give him another ESPY award for it.
JJ Redick going a step.
Goat free throw right there. Do not let the detail be lost on you that they do not show the replay when LeBron James gets bailed out. As far as any of us know, there was no foul. Actually, we do know, just based on history. I'm editing this in the off season, and seeing Maxi come in, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to point out all the things that the Lakers have done that no one gives them credit for. Like, if the Warriors had picked up Maxi, that'd be one of the biggest guys on their team. Get back to that tough work there, LeBron. I swear the NBA is one rest opportunity after rest opportunity. If we look at Maxi picking up Gobert, and this is his first minutes since coming from his injury, the Lakers are basically playing anyone at the 5 except LeBron, and yet somehow there's this narrative about LeBron playing the 5.
Clock at 5. Look at the twirling Reed. Get the feed. James Edwards there to meet him.
There's LeBron hooking his teammates up with the great shot opportunity. And LeBron is leaving as he leaves Vanderbilt to fight for the offensive rebound.
The last 15 years.
All right, we have to stop right here. Take in what you're seeing, and I'll zoom in. Watch it once. Now I'm going to play it at 25%. Tell me what you see right there. And then here. Ladies and gentlemen, LeBron James starts to do the right thing, realizes he's going to get caught with incriminating evidence, and flees the scene of the crime. I am morbidly curious what fanboys are saying right now. Why can't Maxi guard both of the big men? Even if you're going to say that LeBron was needed elsewhere, he ends up nowhere. He didn't do anything, so you might as well have helped. I'm going to pause it and use the arrow. Not that the arrow is necessary, but this is the direction that LeBron James is headed. He sees that Gobert's wide open. How can you assess that anything else on the floor is a more important priority? Maxi's got Naz Reid right in front of him. You can't just leave Naz Reid. Does LeBron want Maxi to leave Naz? So then, LeBron, are you going to go guard Naz? You want Maxi to leave the guy he's already guarding when you're heading toward the guy who needs to be guarded? How can you possibly decide to leave? Now, I'm going to attempt to go inside the mind of a fanboy. Oh, God, this is going to be weird. But I'm guessing a fanboy is going to say something like, oh, he had to go cut off the pass to DiVincenzo. Really? Really? That was more important than getting down to the wide open 7'1" guy standing under the rim? You're not up by 2 at the end of the game and desperately needing to stop the 3-pointer. You might want to stop the guaranteed 2-fucking-pointer that you were already heading toward. You already knew that was the right move. And to save face, you bailed. And you made Maxi look like shit because miraculously Maxi couldn't guard Naz Reid and Gobert at the same time. It's something else that LeBron is satisfied to sit there and watch defeatedly. And look at Luka. 2 LeBrons, 1 team. How nice of Luka to throw his hands up mimicking LeBron. Is that so LeBron can rest his arms more than usual instead of always putting them up in his typical complaining motion? You would think that I'm done with this play by now, but oh no. Because look again at the amount of time that LeBron is in the defeated observation pose. Look how much ground Maxi covers and actually comes close to at least a good contest on this dunk. LeBron could have gotten there way before that. He chose not to.
They've been attacking, and Minnesota's on a 17-6 run.
A couple of things here while we look at Jackson Hayes' 17-6 run. That is since LeBron came back in. Jackson Hayes is getting thrown under the bus. Like, the fact that they wouldn't play him is telling the world that he is too bad to play. No, JJ, anything would have been better than the strategy that you chose. Forget the fact that Jackson Hayes is down the path that so many players go down once they join LeBron James. I don't like this goofy bastard, but he's not as bad as you now think that he is. And once again, anything was better than the strategy that JJ Redick chose.
Hayes may not play tonight.
All right. Amazingly, here comes the second turnover in 2 minutes, but this is an interesting strategy by LeBron James to pad stats because they also credit him with a steal when the ball is batted around and ends up back in his hands. Now, I'm curious when they decided that a loose ball being recovered is considered a steal. That seems like BS to me. But if you approach this from the mentality of Nick Wrights and fanboys, then LeBron James's turnovers get ignored and you can just look at the steal. And here comes LeBron's fourth layup of the half. I wonder if they'll give him an assist for this too. Somehow a steal is an assist. Look at the nerve of this guy afterwards, playing to the camera, pretending like he's leading the offense or something. You fumbled the ball and it ended up in your hands. It was a broken play, and you were lucky enough to get a layup out of it. Stop the bullshit.
Vincenzo, it's a three.
No way. The Timberwolves took a three and missed it?
Rebound by Vanderbilt. And back to LeBron. 1 of 3.
Another ticky-tack call, getting the Timberwolves in further foul trouble. Refs keep trying to help the Lakers and just can't. The fact that Kleber is shooting free throws after that shows that they are in the bonus. That is help.
Right? Look how small the Lakers, and especially now, here another easy one.
Wow, maybe Gabe Vincent should play the 5. So as the out-of-shape guy continues to carry the burden, look at what Mr. Conditioned is doing in the corner. Where have I seen that before?
Rebound. Edwards out of the blocks. Plunging into the paint. DiVincenzo to go.
Boy, look at LeBron shut down Gobert here. Nice anticipation, LeBron. Well done.
4. LeBron James from 20. Rebound.
Oh, there it is. LeBron playing the 5. Boy, that's inspiring.
On top. Alexander Walker with the 3.
I can't believe I'm losing to this guy.
Do not ever, ever tell me that the NBA has evolved. And how did the Lakers lose to these guys? Remember, Luka is the one who's out of shape.
Scoring champion last season in the NBA with the Mavs. Here is Luka Doncic at the free throw line.
Scoring champion last season. Get LeBron some help, would you?
First quarter, DiVincenzo, good if it goes.
I gotta tell you, this is even worse than I thought it was. I mean, with the exception of Maxi's free throws, Luka's free throws, and the broken play layup from LeBron, that's it. The Lakers didn't have an offense, and that's since LeBron came back in. And that's before even talking about how bad LeBron is on defense. Let's review how the score changed again. All right, LeBron goes to the bench with things looking pretty bleak. During the time that LeBron's on the bench, things start to turn around. It's not so bleak anymore. We end with still only a 9-point difference, but man, it looked uglier than that. If it weren't for that flurry of free throws at the end, this would be way worse. And I've got to ask you, did you see the defensive breakdowns taking place while LeBron was on the bench? Because I didn't, and I know there's a tendency to blame anyone except for LeBron James, but when they stop happening, when he's not out there, you gotta think about it. Okay, I gotta wrap this up. Man, just now finishing the first period, that's crazy. The rest of this game breakdown is broken up by the periods. This is the only one in which I had to split a period up into this many parts, but I do hope you will watch the entire thing. Thanks for your support.